Hey you guys, welcome back. Today is part 3 of my makeup collection. Today is going to be basically like powder stuff or like my single face products. I don't know if that makes sense to you. My translucent powders, my bronzers, my blushes, my contours. So yeah, I just go through them and show you the ones I've tried, the ones that are the best, the drugstore high-end. Just like my previous videos, that is what we are doing today. If you're not already, don't forget to subscribe and make sure to like this video if you enjoy it. So without further ado, let's just begin. Okay, first I'll talk about my translucent powders and then I'll go drugstore to high-end. It's not very many still. Okay, I don't have this one with me anymore, but the Milani one, it's like a pressed translucent powder. And that was the first one I ever used, but it broke. So I don't have it with me, I like threw it away. But I still wanted to mention it in case you guys ever saw it and were thinking about trying it. Don't. It has super bad flashback, like it is so white under the eyes. And of course, like when I first started, I never really noticed. But now that I know more about makeup and I've learned a lot, I learned that that is not a good one, you guys. The next one is this L'Oreal Hydra Perfecti. It's a perfecting loose powder, and I was using this as a translucent powder and it worked well. This one doesn't have flashback since it's not translucent, and this one actually gave my skin a really pretty finish. And I got it in the shade Light Clair. And the last one is the Coty Airspun translucent powder, and as you can see, I really liked this one. This is completely empty. This is an amazing face powder. I'm probably gonna go and buy this one again. I don't know which one I like more, this one or the Laura Mercier. Like, it's kind of the same thing to me. It's just the price difference is immensely different, so I'm probably just gonna buy this one again because the Laura Mercier is super expensive. And then moving on to the high end, the only one that I've tried is the Laura Mercier because it was so raved about, I really had to try it. And it is an amazing translucent powder, no flashback that I've seen. The Coty Airspun doesn't have flashback either. Some people say it does, some people say the Laura Mercier has flashback. I've never noticed it on either of them. So, but yeah, this one is really good and it sets down really well. My makeup doesn't budge with it, so that's a yes for me. And then moving on to bronzers. If I'm not mistaken, these are the only two bronzers I have. They're both drugstore. This one is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer. It is waterproof. This one is in the shade Sun Bronze, and I love this one for when I want a more orangey, sun-kissed kind of bronzer. It's beautiful for that. It really stands out, and it brings a lot of warmth into your face. And then my next one is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I like this one better overall because honestly, the scent just wins it for me. It smells like the beach and like a pina colada and like coconuts, and I don't know, it's amazing. It is a much more cool toned. It is better for fair skin tones. This doesn't really show up on me right now if I use a light hand, like how I would apply my Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I can't apply it the same way because it won't show up. When I use that one, I have to use a really dense brush. I have to use this brush. It's super dense and I basically like dig in and like have to. It's the one I'm wearing today. So once I build it up, it is a really pretty bronzer, so I'm still working with it. It is really nice and it blends out so easily. Like, for as much as I put on, it's never patchy or anything. It's perfect. Moving on to my blushes. I'm not super big on like face products. Well, I actually am. Like, I love like getting new blushes and new bronzers and everything. Like, I love it, but they're so expensive. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even own a high-end blush or bronzer, like I said, because they're just so expensive. And I obviously wouldn't mind buying them, but whenever I have money like that to just spend on makeup, that is not what I would buy, you know. Like, I love lipsticks and I love eyeshadow palettes and stuff, so that's where I would rather spend my money. So that's why I'm very limited and I have mostly drugstore. So first blush I'll be talking about is actually a blush palette from BH Cosmetics. I think I got this at TJ Maxx actually. But it just has these 10 different shades. But I really like this because it has a really good variety of colors for different skin tones. Like it has browns in here that you can maybe contour with also, and it has light pinks and peaches and stuff. So it's really good like for my client work and stuff. It comes in really good handy. My next two are from Milani. They're the Milani Baked Blushes. I love these blushes. The first one is in the shade Coralina. I don't want to open it because it's broken. Like this thing. There it goes. So this is a more reddish kind of blush, reddish pinkish, and it does have these like shimmers along the blush, which gives it a really pretty like glowy sheen. It doesn't come off glittery or shiny or anything. It just looks really healthy, and it's a really pretty blush. I love this one. It definitely like brings a lot of life into the face. My next one, I'm sure you all already know, is the Milani Luminoso. I use this one like all the time, as does like every other person. This one is just like a peachy, salmony, bright blush. I don't know how to explain it. It's just perfect for basically every kind of look. And this is really good if you like more natural or a more simple blush, but it is also really buildable to get it to a nice peachy blush. It's really pretty. That is also the blush I am wearing today. I don't know if you could even distinguish what exactly I'm referring to, but it just gives my face a really pretty color and it brings life back into the face, like I said. And the one I have that is high end is Flower Child by Becca, and I got it in the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Split. That is what it looks like. It's just a really pretty nudish pink, and it is a really soft blush. It's nothing too crazy, but it is buildable, and the finish of it is like so flawless and beautiful, and this is definitely like my second favorite blush after Milani Luminoso. Moving on to contour stuff, I'll show you my first ever like all-around palette. This is the Smashbox Shape Matters. I don't know if you could tell how beat up this was. This palette is what made me fall in love with makeup. On my birthday, my sister was like, oh, let's go to the mall and buy you something for your birthday. And so we were walking around, and then I never really wore makeup, and then I walked into Sephora, and then I was like, oh, this is like amazing. This is so beautiful. You guys, don't judge how ugly this is. You guys could see how much love I gave this palette. So it basically had everything, which is why I got it. It has like stuff for your eyebrows, contour, and a highlight, and it has eyeshadows here, and it came with a brush. You guys, I tore this palette up, and it came with a mirror also, so I was like, this is perfect. I'm just starting out, so I'll have a little bit of everything to practice with. I don't even think I really used it for a while because I didn't really start makeup until like months later, so I just kind of like played around with it a little bit, and then I actually started wearing it, and I tore this thing up. Looking back on it now, like it was not that great of stuff, like the contours and stuff, I didn't really care for them. The eyeshadows are a little bit patchy, except a couple of them, and the eyebrow things, I ended up using this darkest shadow right here because my eyebrows are so dark. But I just wanted to show that these are like the contours and stuff that I had. If you're a beginner and you want a little bit of something without having to spend so much money, because I think that was like $50, and that has basically everything. Like if you buy everything separately, it would be a lot more expensive, so I think that's a really good investment. I don't know if they still have it, but just throwing that out there. And I know that's high end. I just wanted to talk about that one first because that was my first ever like contour and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, so I have this contour and highlight stick from NYX. What the? Dude, honestly, this is my life. Thank God the contour didn't do that because I only use the contour side. I don't really use the highlight side because, I don't know, I don't really like it. But the contour side is amazing. I'm in the shade medium tan, and I really like these. If you're looking for a cream contour, I really recommend it. I really like it. The next one is Ivy White Beauty. It stands for Inspired by You, and this is a highlight and contour palette that I got in BoxyCharm. It has like the 3 light shades right here and then the 3 contour shades. I haven't actually used this but once. I don't think I really liked it that time, but I feel like I used it with a bunch of different products, like new products also. I think I used it in like my BoxyCharm unboxing, so it could have been any one of those products that I used. So I think I need to practice a little bit more with this before I could really judge it. And last but not least is my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is also one of the first purchases I ever made, like, on expensive makeup. I don't know who it was that was raving about it, but I had to try it. And this contour palette is amazing. Like, the shades blend so easily. And I've had this palette for like over a year, and I've only hit pan on this one, and I don't even use that one anymore. So like the contours, they're really convenient, like the amount of product that they give. So I think this is really good and like worth your money and everything. I really recommend that one. That is my go-to, my holy grail of contour palettes. So that is all for my part 3 of this makeup collection. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys maybe keep an eye out on some of these products if you want to try them out. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for me. Comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!